A Venus conjunction Mars and Aquarius synastry is a fascinating and often electric combination in a relationship. It brings together the principles of attraction, values, and harmony, Venus, with action, desire, and assertion, Mars, within the unconventional, intellectual, and freedom-loving sign of Aquarius. Let's break down the deep analysis of behavior differences and experiences in such a synastry. Core dynamics of Venus conjunct Mars and synastry. A Venus-Mars conjunction in synastry is a powerful indicator of intense attraction and chemistry. This is often the hallmark of the aspect. The Mars person embodies qualities the Venus person desires, and the Venus person is seen as the ideal partner by Mars. It creates a strong physical and often sexual pull. Balancing yin and yang, Venus represents the receptive, feminine principle, while Mars embodies the assertive, masculine principle. Their conjunction signifies a blending of these energies, allowing for a dynamic interplay where both partners feel their desires and actions are understood and mirrored. Shared desires and goals. There's a natural alignment in what both individuals want and how they go about getting it, at least in the area governed by the sign of the conjunction. Potential for passion and conflict. While highly passionate, any conjunction can bring both strong agreement and intense friction. The energy is concentrated, and if not channeled constructively, it can lead to power struggles or over-intensity. The Aquarius influence, unconventional, intellectual, and detached. Now, let's layer in the qualities of Aquarius, an air sign ruled by Uranus, and traditionally Saturn. Intellectual connection. Aquarius thrives on ideas, discussion, and mental stimulation. The attraction here isn't just physical, it's profoundly intellectual. Partners are drawn to each other's minds, unique perspectives, and innovative thoughts. Unconventional love and desire. This pairing is unlikely to conform to traditional relationship norms. They might have an open relationship, a long-distance relationship, or simply define their partnership in a way that feels authentic to them, regardless of societal expectations. Friendship as a foundation. Aquarius values platonic connection highly. This synastry suggests that a strong friendship, shared ideals, and intellectual camaraderie are crucial to the romantic or sexual bond. Freedom and independence. Both individuals will highly value their personal space, autonomy, and freedom within the relationship. Clinginess or possessiveness will be major turnoffs. Humanitarian or group focus. There might be a shared interest in social causes, community involvement, or a desire to contribute to the greater good as a couple. Their actions, Mars, and values, Venus, are aligned with collective well-being. Emotional detachment. Potential challenge. Aquarius can sometimes come across as emotionally detached or overly rational. While this can lead to clear-headed problem-solving, it might also make it difficult for partners to express deep, vulnerable emotions in a traditionally intimate way. Behavioral differences and experiences in this synastry. Here's a deeper dive into the typical behaviors and experiences. 1. Unique expressions of affection and desire. How it manifests. Instead of grand romantic gestures, affection might be shown through stimulating conversations, sharing quirky interests, supporting each other's individual pursuits, or engaging in unique social activities together. Desire might be expressed through intellectual banter and a mutual appreciation for each other's independence. Behavioral differences. One partner might initiate discussions about abstract ideas, Mars action, while the other responds by finding beauty in those concepts, Venus appreciation. Their love language might involve intellectual debates or collaborative projects. Potential issues. If one partner craves traditional emotional validation or displays of affection, they might feel a lack of warmth or intimacy from the Aquarian energy, even if the connection is strong on other levels. 2. Emphasis on individual freedom versus relationship structure. How it manifests. Both individuals will likely operate with a strong sense of personal autonomy. They may need significant personal space and time for their own friends, hobbies, and intellectual pursuits. Behavioral differences. The Mars person might actively seek out independent adventures or champion unconventional ways of relating, while the Venus person readily accepts and appreciates this need for freedom, finding it attractive rather than threatening. Potential issues. While mutual, This emphasis on independence can sometimes make it challenging to establish deep emotional intimacy or to create traditional relationship milestones. If boundaries aren't clearly communicated, one or both might feel neglected or that the relationship isn't a priority. 3. Intellectual stimulation as a core attraction. How it manifests: arguments are likely to be intellectual debates rather than emotional outbursts. They enjoy challenging each other's perspectives and exploring new ideas. Behavioral differences: the Mars person might bring up controversial topics or push for innovative solutions, and the Venus person will be attracted to this intellectual daring, finding it stimulating and engaging. They might spend hours discussing social issues, technology, or futuristic concepts. Potential issues: over-intellectualization can sometimes prevent deeper emotional bonding. If one person feels their emotions are being analyzed rather than empathized with, it can create a disconnect. 4. Unconventional approach to conflict. How it manifests: conflicts might be approached logically and impersonally. They might try to solve relationship problems like a puzzle rather than getting caught up in emotional drama. Behavioral differences: the Mars person might confront issues with a detached, analytical approach, while the Venus person seeks a fair, equitable, and innovative solution that benefits both, rather than focusing on emotional resolution. Potential issues: this can be a strength for avoiding petty arguments, but it can also lead to a suppression of feelings if emotional needs aren't addressed. They might need to consciously work on expressing vulnerability and emotional support. 5. Shared social vision and humanitarian instincts. How it manifests: this couple might be drawn to activism, community work, or shared futuristic visions. Their relationship might serve a purpose beyond just themselves. Behavioral differences: the Mars person's drive and assertiveness might be channeled into social causes, and the Venus person will be attracted to this altruistic motivation, valuing their partner's commitment to making a difference. Potential issues: if one partner's individual needs or the relationship itself gets overshadowed by external causes, it can create imbalance. 6. Experiencing love at first sight on an intellectual level. How it manifests: the initial spark might feel less about raw animalistic desire and more about a sudden recognition of a kindred spirit or an exciting intellectual connection. Behavioral differences: the Mars person might feel an immediate urge to engage in deep conversation, while the Venus person feels an immediate rapport and fascination with the other's unique mind. Challenges and growth opportunities. Emotional depth. The biggest challenge might be delving into deeper emotional vulnerability. Both individuals may need to consciously work on expressing their feelings, rather than intellectualizing them. Commitment versus freedom: while valuing freedom, establishing a sense of shared commitment and security might require intentional effort, as the Aquarian energy can lean towards non-attachment. Impulsiveness and erraticism: with both Venus and Mars in a fixed, yet unpredictable air sign, there can be moments of sudden shifts in desires or actions, which may require flexibility from both partners. Intellectual arrogance: a potential downside is a tendency to dismiss those who don't share their intellectual wavelength, or to become overly proud of their unconventional perspectives. Conclusion: a Venus conjunction Mars in Aquarius Synastry creates a highly stimulating, unconventional, and intellectually driven relationship. The attraction is strong, fueled by mutual respect for individuality and a shared desire for progressive thought and action. While they might not express love in traditional ways, their bond is built on a foundation of intellectual camaraderie, shared ideals, and a mutual appreciation for freedom. The key to success lies in consciously nurturing emotional intimacy alongside their celebrated independence and intellectual connection. If you find this video helpful, please remember to subscribe and like. Thank you for your support. Synastry Venus for you with love.